good. What up, everybody? We're live.
Hey,
Winterclash
everybody, what's up?
2023. Make some noise.
Yeah. Okay, so here we are for episode 138. I do not know how we've managed to do 137 episodes without having Richie on. It's kind of crazy that this is the first time us having Richie on, but you're a man of the world. You go all over the place. It's hard to get a hold of you. You know, you're in this country, you're in that country, you're all over the place. So
Right.
It's good to finally have you on.
I'm honored to be here. Yeah, I'm happy to see you guys.
I think I normally do a spiel here where I tell people to follow us on our social media platforms. But
That's
I
all
don't
you
really
can do
think
right
that
there.
matters right now.
That's the spiel right there.
Nah, we're
Just
live.
leave it alone.
That's the
Follow
spiel
us
right
on
there.
our social media platforms. Let's catch up with our dear friend Richie. Richie, it's really good to see you.
Yeah, likewise, bro.
Been a long time.
Been too long, really long.
Way too long.
Yeah.
I mean, one second I hear you're in China, you're in Canada, you're living in Spain, you're in Thailand. I can't keep
Right.
up. For those of the people who may just be getting familiar with you, I'd like to start a new guest on the podcast with hearing their origin story with rollerblading, how they got started. I know you're in Canada and there's like deep hockey roots. And I
Right.
know you've been around from some of the earliest days that I can remember. You've been involved like the late 90s.
Right.
But how did you get started in this subculture that we all love so much? What was your first video, some of your first inspirations? How did this all come to be?
Okay, yeah. It came from hockey for sure in Canada. I started ice skating when I was 3 and played hockey pretty much until I didn't want to play because it was taking time away from rollerblading. First video, I think I saw VG3, or first video I bought was like VG3, I think. But there was stuff on like TV at the time, and there was magazines in like pharmacies and stuff in Canada. There was like a inline skater, some magazines with, you know, once in a while someone's doing a wall ride or something. So I don't know when that was. That was in the 90s sometime. And then I just didn't want to play hockey anymore because I wanted to skate more. So just kept going. So it's pretty much, I guess, like my whole life in a way. Because I remember going to school when I was young and like wishing for, like some days, you know, it'd be freezing rain and you could maybe ice skate out the street a little ways. But I was wishing for like, could I ice skate to school in the summer, you know, or something like that. Like we had roller skates with the quads or whatever. But so I don't know. As soon as they were in the local shops, like Walmart type shops, I guess I got a pair and started doing like everybody else, jumping stairs and stuff.
So this is like non-aggressive skates?
Yeah, I had my first, well, the first pairs were just cheap plastic ones, like cheap kids ones. But then the first ones where I was really doing tricks were like a pair of hockey rollerblades, like Bauer CCM style.
Hey, that makes
like,
sense playing hockey.
Yeah.
Every Canadian grows up playing hockey, and then
Yeah.
they just kill it on skates afterwards.
Yeah. The point was to go play roller hockey with my friends on the street. That was the point of getting rollerblades, really, at first. But then, you know, whatever. Skating to my friends to play hockey and then jumping the curb or something. You know how it is.
Yeah, just comes naturally, I guess. Kids messing around and everything.
Yeah. Just got addicted.
I had a similar starting story. It was like found the hockey skates, like they were like Bauer Brett Hull hockey skates.
Yeah. I remember those.
Those, yeah, they're like all black with like the hockey laces, and just like on the way to go play hockey in the street, like launch off a curb, 180 off a curb, try to skate backwards. Skating backwards was like such like a fresh thing, like, you know, chopping it up backwards, like looking over your shoulder.
Yeah.
That was like the pre-wizard kind of thing, too, because with the hockey skates, if I'm correct, were like rockered in a weird way, weren't they? Like different wheel sizes and shit like
Usually
that?
72 rockered, I think, is what I had.
Isn't it like different size wheels in the back than the front? Or maybe the skate that I remember
I
was
don't
like
know.
that.
I think it was the frame was kind of rockered a little
Oh,
bit.
that's what it
like
was.
In the hockey
like
ones, at least.
a ice skate, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But that seems to be the natural flow for Canadian skaters, I guess.
Right, yeah.
Everybody starts hockey and they start doing this, but everybody knows how to skate because you come from hockey,
Right.
and it makes you that much better
Everyone
at skating.
knows.
Yeah, it
I
makes
was
you that much better.
just home visiting my family over Christmas, and I have a niece and nephew. They're 9 and 7, and they play hockey like every couple of days in the league, you know, and they're just ripping around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just part of life in Canada. Everybody plays hockey.
Yeah. Where do we go with you next? Because you've been all over the place. Like,
I don't know.
I can
Yeah.
I can pick this up.
go pick it up.
Yeah, I can
Alright.
pick this up. So when I met you, you were in Barcelona at the Powerhouse.
Last time maybe that we met.
The last time.
No, you know what? We met at a couple Roskilde since then also.
I thought, wasn't that before?
No.
2014-ish,
15. I'm sure we were in Berlin and stuff together. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. No?
I mean, I don't remember. Don't look at me.
Anyway,
I feel like we're taking a jump anyway.
All right.
So you go from hockey, you start doing blading, and did you get sponsored by Razors first? Was Razors like your first primary boot sponsor?
It was Salomon.
Salomon.
Before they came out, yes. The local Salomon rep for like the region of Western Canada or something, he asked a guy at the local bike shop that sold blade parts in Regina, my hometown. He was like, "Oh, we want to sponsor someone. Like, who should it be?" Mm-hmm. So then that guy recommended me. So then I got like the 98 models in 97 or something. Before they even sold anything, I had two pairs of next year's.
Wow.
ST whatever.
That was like a huge deal. Like
it was
the Salomon,
huge.
it was huge.
Yeah.
That was like the custom fit mold.
The heat molding of like the liner.
Revolutionary liners.
Yeah. The heel pad.
Big shock. Yeah, the shock absorbers.
Everything. The 8mm axles.
Are you one of the people who like Miss Salomon from back in the day?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't really think about it. Yeah. I really enjoyed them for sure when I had them. But
yeah,
I find every skate like brings some different kind of tricks or something.
Yeah, so I feel like me too with the Salomons were like, they were really good at the time. They're still really good now, but like I never think about them now. It's just like they were good at the time. I remember having a good time in them, and then we move on, you know?
Yeah. But I can't believe that there's still some people that they still last, like people are still riding them. Because if they're in the wrong conditions, they just like turn to dust. Or
I've seen old skates like like Dirks and stuff like that, like just deteriorate, like because they're 20 years old. The plastic, right. Same like the wheels, the urethane. The Salomons are holding up though.
A lot of them, yeah. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are riding them. Anyone have Salomons here? Yeah,
we got three people. 4. Damn.
Right on.
3 people rocking the Salomons.
When I was wearing Salomons, it was like not cool or something for a few years.
What? In the 90s?
I think in the very beginning it was cool because it was so good. They were so good. Mm-hmm. Then it was like not cool because it's not core or something.
Was it the wide body era?
And probably that too. But you remember this?
Because it's not like core, dude.
I guess it's still going, but it was this like I don't know. There was this, I don't know, like anything too popular is really bad.
It was too commercial.
Goes on to this day, right? Yeah, it's too commercial.
Yeah, well, we were too proud for a while, right? We didn't want like after we got like abolished from X Games and all this shit. We were like, we don't want that. We want to be cool, like an underground, whatever.
Right.
And then now, after all those years of that, we realized, no, we need the money again. Right, like let's get back into it.
Right.
It's the opposite effect.
It would be cool if Salomon still made skates. I'd be all right with that.
I don't know if I mentioned this on the show before or not. I was like, we could take it. I'm okay with that. Take it or leave it. But I was curious if like Salomon did come back, if they would just remake the same boot they made back in the day, or just a whole different remodel of a Salomon skate, and then it would just bomb completely because it's like a new skate. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Like, what would it be?
I don't know.
I mean, it could be a new mold, but they did do a good job, and it just goes to show like when you have like the money and the resources, like what you can do.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
That's what it is. Like the money for researching, figuring stuff out.
Yeah. So Salomon, you're on the same team with Aaron and.
Well, they never really put me on the team. I was just like flowed. It was at the beginning. It was just I was flowed by the local distributor, right, to increase sales to the local shops, just like flow. And then eventually, I don't know. It got all the way to like, I don't know. I was in their video, and they put me on the back of Daily Bread in an ad one time.
Remember that?
But it was just like flow skates. I don't know what was going on.
You had the glasses, right? Because was it during like they had like the upside down ads? Like everyone was like upside down with the skate.
Oh yeah.
No, I think they put me in an ad after that, like maybe a year or two after that. But anyway, I used to go on like some of the tours with them, like with all the guys. But I wasn't really on the team. It was just like I have a cheap flight to get to somewhere. I'm gonna be there anyway. Okay, they'll get me a room or something.
That's good enough.
It was cool, yeah. I just wanted to travel, so I was happy to do that. And
you were probably young as shit too, so it was like any opportunity to travel?
Yeah, I was young, but not that young. I was probably 20.
That's still pretty young.
At that time, yeah, I guess.
Unfortunately, that's young for us.
Right, yeah. Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool to have been on like a part of that era of that company that did like such like epic stuff too. Whether they're they don't get many core points, as you say, but it's like that era is like you can't take away from what that was. And to be so like, I'm not trying to call you old, but it just seems so far away now, right?
No one's calling you old, Richie.
No
one's calling you old.
I'm old now. Yeah, it is long ago. It seems like another lifetime, actually, sometimes. Feels like a totally different life that happened and passed, and now it's another one.
Yeah, I feel like we got to be efficient with the time because we're trying to go through Richie's like life story and skating. There's so much to cover.
Yeah, that's true.
So, Salomon,
right?
We have it up to here with Salomon, and then how do we end up finding the next sponsor?
Then I was spending time at John, and Brian's place in
San
they
Diego?
were in San Diego, and then they were just like, "Why don't you just ride razors?" And then they kind of convinced me. And the Salomon guy, the rep that was hooking me up, had moved away and just lost kind of contact. So I did that for a while. And then I was kind of over it, and I was finishing school, and I thought, like, kind of done trying to be a skater. I'll keep skating, but, like, I'm not too worried about it, these sponsors and stuff. So then I just started skating rollerblade because Rollerblading Canada had a really cool rep. And I just liked her or whatever, the way she was doing it. So it was me and Mathieu Ledoux, I think it was, for a while. And then I don't know what happened next. Then I started.
You and Matt Ledoux for rollerblade?
Sorry?
You and Matt Ledoux for rollerblade.
Yeah. So that was that. And then I don't know what happened. Oh no, I know. I got on like undercover wheels, and then the Power Slide family was like, "Why don't you just skate all of our stuff? Like, we'll send you everything and just try them out." And then I tried thrones again. I always loved thrones, and then I stayed with that. And then
I also feel like you really embraced like a lot of that flat wheel stuff, or the bigger wheel stuff, like before many others were doing that, and kind of like before that became acceptable. I don't know if that's a Canadian thing or a Power Slide thing, but
I think that was a Barcelona thing. So yeah, I mostly rode like anti-rocker forever. And then when I first got to Barcelona, Ollie was saying, "Take my shadows with these 80 mil flats or whatever." Or something. I think it was shadows. And then that's just the best way to get around. And I always thought it was kind of silly that we were like being so picky about wheel sizes. What's cool, what's not cool. I was just like, this is way better way to get to the beach or whatever.
This when you're in like Zona Franca?
Yeah, when we were in Zona Franca. Yeah, you came there. Billy was at our place in Zona Franca.
Was that like the beginning of like the quote Powerblading shit?
The Powerhouse.
I guess so, yeah, right.
The house is called the Powerhouse.
Yeah, it was the Powerhouse, and then it was Powerblading. I don't know.
Like, did you guys come up with that from being like skating in Barcelona a lot, or was like USD and Matthias?
We just had all these big wheel setups all over the house because people are coming, and we're not always going filming. We might be going to go eat or go to the beach, and you don't want to take your click-clacks Flintstone wheels to the beach.
Right.
So everyone like, come on, get on these 90s, get on these. And then I think it's Sagona or someone calling them like, let's get on those power blades, those turbo blades or whatever. But apparently that's what the Aussies used to call this. All the Sydney crew used to call them power blades, just fitness skates.
I thought it was just rec blades.
Yeah, basically rec blades.
That's what I remembered.
So they all called it that, but I didn't remember that. But yeah, so then they called it power blading, whatever, made those frames and stuff, 80 mil frames and stuff.
And then you take it off road, doing ATVing on the dirt and everything.
Yeah, it's fun.
Is that fun? It seems
it's
scary.
Super fun. Yeah, but I think it needs brakes. I want like electric skates with brakes.
They have electric skates out now.
There's electric skates now,
Yeah,
right?
you didn't see them?
Yeah, I haven't rode them yet though. But
yeah, it's kind of scary. I'd be like having the controls in your hands to like stop and go.
Well, what I know is I've been riding electric skateboards a lot in China, and it's super fun. It's amazing. And you can go up a mountain, just press the gas, and then when you're coming down the mountain and you want to slow down or keep a steady speed, you can just like super convenient. So I think, you know, we can't have brakes down some path, and you can't like go carving sometimes. I think downhill off-road mountain blading off-road or electric would be the way to go.
Start the trend like you guys started the power blading trend, the big wheel trend back again.
Tesla blades or something.
We're gonna have to find some off-roading in New York for me to try them out. That's not gonna be too easy.
Right.
That's not gonna be too easy.
New York. Where are you at now, Billy?
I'm in Long Beach.
Long Beach, nice.
But you're not switching this up. This is about you. So you just mentioned China.
Right.
So I feel like this was like kind of like you've had this like long traveling mission. Like,
Yeah.
let's get into that. Like,
Okay. I've been really lucky. If you want to travel, you should get a job at an airline or marry someone who does, or have a baby who gets a job at an airline or something. Figure it out. Get some family
baby
member.
mama. Someone.
So since I was born, my dad worked for Air Canada, and I got like flight benefits, easy flights to or from Canada. So when I'm living there with my family, with my parents, it's easy. That's the only place to go. Now it's a little different. Like I can't get an Air Canada from Barca to here, but I can get it from home to Barca. So I don't know. My whole life I've had cheap flights. So I got traveling. There's Nick Lomax out in the window. Come in, mate. I tagged you.
He just gave you the finger.
So you're born in Regina.
Yeah, I was born in Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. It's in the center of North America. It's super cold winter, super hot summer, just dry. And I don't know, yeah. So I've always been flying like since I was a month old or something. They get these discounts, and I flew everywhere with that. And I guess it made some kind of like hunger or something, like where I wanted to travel a lot. So I've been taking advantage of it. Like if there's some excuse to go somewhere and it's not too expensive to go, I want to go.
So you go from Canada to living in California for a bit.
Australia, in Sydney.
Australia. Okay, so like, can we go through like the timeline to kind of just the places you've lived?
The long list.
Yeah.
I lived in Canada in my parents' basement until I was like 27.
Okay. It's a good way to save money.
And they were super cool. My parents are the coolest. And at the time when I left there, we had, for example, we had like this basement, like the size of this room or bigger. And we bought like used couches. My parents bought used couches. So we had like 10 or 11 couches in their basement. And so my friends would always come stay and stuff, like it was. And the basement was kind of like my own spare apartment. So that was really cool. Then I moved to Sydney. I always wanted to move somewhere warmer. So I said as soon as I'm done school, I'm moving somewhere warmer. So that's what I did. That was great. And then they kicked me out.
They kicked you out?
Yeah.
Oh, the country kicked you out?
Country kicked me out.
I thought you meant like CJ Wellsmore or something kicked you out of Australia.
Right. And then so I got kicked out. Visa problems. And then Powerside hooked me up with the Powerhouse. They're like, all right, let's do that together. You came, but then you were hurt, right?
Yeah.
Then I got tired of Barca because there's too many people coming all the time. I felt like
skaters,
it was too intense. Yeah.
Too many people
like
visiting?
Every day, you want to come have a beer with us or whoever, someone in town. So that's me, what I just did to Nick last week.
He's still doing it.
He's still doing it. Nick Lomax Hotel in Barcelona. So I just stayed with Nick for a couple of weeks, and I got to shout him out, even whether he's coming in or not. He was like king chef for this 2 weeks. He was making lamb and roasts and stews, and he made cookies one night.
He does it all.
He did it all, yeah.
Big wheels, regular, baking, cooking.
Yeah. He baked cookies, Nick Lomax. Maybe I'll put it out. Maybe I'll publish it. He'll probably be mad.
We got to see this we need like a YouTube channel for Nick
I
Lomax.
think, so I think he needs his own cooking
this.
show. And he was saying if he had his own cooking show, it'd be bloody lovely. There he is. Everyone, Nick Lomax.
Everybody, Nick Lomax.
Nick, come up. I'm tagging you in, man.
He's got to warm up first, and I'll come on. Well,
these guys said you're blacklisted from the show.
Now that Nick's here, what was crazier? Barcelona days or the Sydney days? Because I know both of them get pretty wild.
Both were really pretty chill, actually.
Chill?
Yeah, Sydney days were pretty chill, like
Really?
beach, skating, surfing.
Did you live on the Vine Street house?
No,
'Cause that was like
that was
hectic.
not chill. That was like party house.
That's what I'm
a little
saying.
bit.
I
No,
thought-
I was
I
out
thought
at
you were
the
living
beach, like with
Ah,
some my homies. And
Okay, that's a lot nicer.
You were teaching, right, out there?
yeah, when I was in Sydney, I got a job teaching business. Yeah.
Because you have like a master's degree in business, right?
Yeah.
a master's?
Yeah.
Dude,
A lot of people don't know that about Richie.
Bachelor of film and a master of business. I want to be a film professor, so that's kind of like I'm not in a hurry to get there, but moving that way through time.
What other cool facts don't we know about you?
I don't know.
How do you have time to get a master's through skating and all this traveling you did?
Just said he was at his parents until he was
I
27.
lived with my
That's what you
parents.
did?
Yeah, they helped. Back then you could win some money skating. I won a bit of money over those years skating in contests around Canada. Did the school. I don't know, yeah.
Just did it.
Just parents helped me, you know.
Okay.
They helped me a lot.
Okay.
So
I feel like we're also cutting the story, like, after Barcelona, wasn't there Thailand for a bit? And then now you're in China.
Then I got the job coaching the Thai team to like.
Yes, you got the coaching job.
Yeah, that was the coolest thing ever.
That's like a government job, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's like government of Thailand was, I guess, writing my checks or something.
So can you get into for those who do not know what this job was?
Okay, so it's 2014, I think, and one of my best friends, Warapaj Bunam, Note, you guys might know him. He's like the champion of Thailand or something, and got these weird movie things, been making commercials, doing it's like an opportunity every day in China. I started doing these ads for electric skateboards, so now I got a ton of electric skateboards. Super fun.
Yeah, it seems like you're really busy, and then just through Instagram, because that's where I get to keep up on a lot of your stuff. Like, I won't see a post of yours for a while, and then every now and then I'll see a post where you just like have to remind everybody that you're one of the best. You're like, oh, by the way, here's like this impossible trick or like whatever.
It's not that hard.
Where do you find the motivation to continue, like, with all this success and all these random areas and all these adventures, like, to continue like putting out this skate stuff and like having that? And I don't know, do you have many people you can skate with in Shenzhen? Are you doing a lot of this by yourself? Or?
That's a good question. Yeah, I have a good crew there. I got a few homies. Sometimes there's up to 10 of us at a session, but no one skates too much street, and we're all spread out a lot. So mostly street skating, I skate by myself. For posting, I wouldn't post at all probably if it wasn't for like kind of repping sponsors and stuff. I'd rather not be doing that. Just rather live, I guess, or something. Right. I don't really like messing with the phone, you know. Yeah. But so yeah, that's all that is, I guess. But I really enjoy skating. I love skating, so I'm just skating whenever I can. Like most days, I guess. You know.
It's good that you have a crew there.
Yeah. We meet every Sunday usually at a skate park and jam, tell jokes. Yeah.
You just like bumped into them at the skate park along the way?
I had a friend, Pascal, from Canada that I had met many times before. He was living there. Then I met a bunch of new friends while there, yeah. Like my mate Diego, shout out Diego from Colombia. Yeah, Pascal, Diego, Alpha, Howard. Yeah, I don't know, all the homies, yeah.
What's up?
Yeah. Diesel. One of my homies, I call him Diesel now.
Are they here? Like you keep on.
No one's here. I'm just looking in
Pascal,
the camera.
raise your hand. Pascal, raise your hand.
Pascal, over there.
Can we get into some stupid stuff?
Stupid stuff.
Because we were talking about the bamboo P-rails before.
Oh yeah.
And you posted yourself skating bamboo P-rails as opposed to traditional PVC or like a metal rail.
Yeah.
When you were in Thailand.
Yeah.
Was that like an original idea? Did you?
Yeah.
Did you like knock down a tree and like, well, like, let's make a rail out of this? Like, what did you do?
I don't know how it came about, but I built like a bed out of bamboo and rope, and we were building all kinds of bamboo stuff. I was there with Michael Peterson, my friend, and we were building like bamboo couches and chairs and tables, and I don't know why. It's everywhere there and it's cheap, and he was kind of really liking it, so I just got into it. And then, I don't know, we thought like, I don't know how it started, but anyway, somehow we made a bamboo P-rail and it slides better than PVC or metal or anything, so we're just like started making a bunch of
and
those.
It's strong enough.
We made boxes and rails. There's different kinds of bamboo. Some are thin like this cup or something, and some are really thick. Mm-hmm. So there's a kind, Mai Pai Thai, I think they call it in Thailand. Like it means strong Thai strong bamboo or something.
There's no Thai skate parks or anything that had bamboo like coping or anything?
No. Yeah.
You got to be the first.
Hard to say. I don't know. Probably not.
No, I don't think so.
About it. Bamboo's used for everything, pretty much.
Yeah, but like I guess if you're talking about like other sports, skateboarding has like the metal trucks. Probably would that break bamboo? Probably?
Yeah, they would ruin it. Right.
BMX too. The same thing with the peg scooters.
Point, yeah.
Skate is probably like the best things.
Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, anyone who's like skated a classic cement ball with like the little ribs, you know, and it like click, click, click. It's like that. It never sticks because the surface, the surface changes all the time.
You don't gotta wax it.
You wax it once pretty
and
much.
that's
It's good to go. Yeah.
That's crazy because PVC is like the best sliding rail ever, and
this is like
bamboo
PVC, but you're constantly getting like separated from that like friction.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're getting like bumped to loose again.
Yeah,
it's really good.
No, that was interesting because I never seen anybody skate PVC before. So
or bamboo, you mean?
But bamboo, yeah, that's what I meant.
PVC, we've seen that.
I've definitely seen people skate PVC, definitely.
Yeah, bamboo is interesting. I haven't seen that, but I could see that being very specific for blading.
I recommend it. It's easy. It's cheap. Whatever. I made one in China. Well, my friend helped me weld. My friend Gary helped me weld like this angle iron and posts, and then we just put the bamboo on top and duct tape it on, and it's done.
You duct tape it on.
Duct tape?
Yeah, just duct tape it on.
You didn't even drill through it?
And actually, we cut this one out of the fort. We like walked into the swamps and found the straightest one and cut it down and got like covered in thorns and stuff. And then
what?
Yeah, we pulled it out, broke a rope, everything. I filmed everything. I'll probably post it up one of these days.
I never seen that. I saw you skating. I didn't see the work that
no,
went
we
into
went
it.
like into the forest. He got like sliced up, cut up
What?
everywhere. Yeah, because the bamboo's like covered in these little thorns, and you got to get in there and like. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you use like a machete, like to chop it down, or a saw?
He brought a few things: an axe, a saw.
An axe?
A saw?
Yeah.
You use an axe for it?
I mean, an axe would work. He had all this stuff. He had everything. The
Were
ropes.
they like
this
this?
is my homie Gary, the handyman.
Like thickness?
Yeah, yeah. At the bottom, it was like probably like that.
Okay. Okay, an axe makes sense.
And
for
at
that.
the top, it's maybe like the top of the bottom of this cup.
Wow.
Girthy P-rail.
Yeah. But it was like the length of this room, right? And then we cut out the straightest part.
The length of this room? Holy
it was
shit.
Huge. It's super huge. They grow forever.
Damn.
This guy,
You could easily make a skate park out of that.
You could. I think so.
Damn.
Yeah.
First
Eventually they crack and they dry out, but then you just take it off, put another one on.
Yeah, that's easy enough. Yeah. Someone's got to make the first bamboo skate park. All bamboo skate park.
Michael Peterson's not far off over there in Crabtree.
Yeah?
He's got like 3 or 4 ramps and a couple of boxes and
Has
stuff.
he done coping?
And coping and everything.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
And like he still has all this furniture, like a footrest and everything.
Then he makes everything out of bamboo. All right.
That's
all right.
sick.
All right.
Yeah.
Kind of wanted to get into something a little. Just wondering what your take is on. You've had like this whole long time in skating. I've seen clips of you doing like everything from like hurricane topsoul both way on rails, like over 20 years ago, to like all these like massive sections, which we were like, even like 20 years ago, we were like, what, this guy is ridiculous. What's happening here? But do you have like a proudest moment, or is that like just like a very cliche question to ask?
That is cliche, but I don't know. Yeah, probably. I'd have to think about it. That's
Okay, well, I guess we can come back to it.
proudest moment.
What about like a time where you surprised yourself with some of the tricks that you've been able to do? Because even like the hurricane topsoul both ways, like 3 sweaty both ways, things like that. Like, I feel like you like even in like some of your, like there was a part, I think it was the Canadian part. Well, we could talk about that too, because that was one of the highest viewed parts in all of skating.
Oh, the Canada video, right?
Yeah, where it starts with a huge backside and you got like
A million views.
That's a good
true
one.
fish brains both ways, and like how it made it to the news. So how did that all manifest?
That could be a proudest moment, I guess. It's just
one of them,
to
right?
not think about it too hard.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, I don't know. That was all circumstance lucky. What's up, boys? Yeah. What are you saying? Proudest moment and.
Or let's
talk about that
let's
edit
just talk
first.
about the
Oh,
section,
that edit,
the
okay.
creation of the section.
Okay.
You do have the viral backside over
Right.
like the overpass
Man.
and whatever.
There was some prince of Persia or whatever, prince of somewhere in the Middle East that shared just the backside clip, and it had like 20 million views on Facebook.
Prince
from
of
him-
Persia
from him. Some
shared?
guy like I don't know where.
What?
Like an actual prince.
Like a prince of a real place with 10 million followers or something.
He
I
saw the
it one
backside.
time.
He was stoked.
He shared it on, and that was
What?
probably the most it got viewed. I saw it way back years ago, but it was something of some prince of somewhere, Saudi prince or something. That was cool. I don't know. Okay.
And then that made the section blow up because your section has 1 million views.
I don't think it blew up from that.
What did it blow up from?
I don't know.
What skate sections have 1 million
I think it
views?
made it to the news. Though.
It was on the news. Yeah, people were writing me and calling me from everywhere. It was on the metro while they were riding to work. It was on their TV
What?
channel. It was everywhere
Damn.
over those few weeks.
Mhm.
I don't know like where I didn't really see it, I guess, you know, but that was cool to like I posted that and then like watching the numbers like shooting up. It's pretty cool. I don't know.
Yeah, that might be the most viewed skate edit, I think, on a skate section, I think.
Could be. It's in there. But a lot have been getting a lot more recently as well, right?
Not a million.
No.
A couple 100,000 maybe?
You know, that's pretty big. A couple hundred, like 10, even 10,000, 20,000, I think is a pretty big number. So to like there were like all these other sections coming out at that time. And then there was Richie's part like 1 million views. I remember because I was like putting out sections back then. I was like, how the did he do that? I was like, I want to do that. Richie.
It used to be like 10,000 in a day. I thought that was a good thing. That's like a target.
Yes,
Let's
exactly.
get 10. 10? Okay, cool. 20? Oh, shit. This is awesome.
Yeah.
But then that was, it just kept going. I don't know. It's got to be about the backside, I guess, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, got to have a good start.
It's hard to know.
People switch off on YouTubes and stuff, right?
It's hard to know what like transitions well to people who don't blade. But that long backside, I think, like not only like obviously like is super cool in blading, but like to people outside, it just looks like not even possible.
Yeah, it's like surfing.
It's like video
surfing
stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I've always liked to do that. I love to do something where it's something really simple, where grandma or some random your boss at work or something will appreciate it, but then maybe a twist where at least my skating friends will still be like excited about it or something, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I saw that a couple of years earlier than that trip, and I was like, I'm gonna do this rail one day. And then I was meant to film in Barcelona. I broke a rib or I did something. I couldn't do it. Then I went home to film in Canada and with Dustin. Dustin broke his ankle, something. He was out. And then I just hit up Danny Beer and was like, we should make something together. And he's like, oh, I got a house for the next 2 months with nothing to do, pretty much. Like he was in Leon's house and school started in a while. So that was it. I'd never met Danny Beer before that. I just flew there. I liked his videos. He liked my videos. I was like, I'm coming to meet you and live with you for 6 weeks, and let's do this. And he was into it. So
the Canadian connection right there.
Yeah, that's what
Canada's
it is.
Canada's pretty chill. Yeah, and Leon wasn't
did you
even
play
in
hockey
Vancouver,
growing up? I played hockey.
Yeah, pretty much.
He let me live in. Leon wasn't there, and he let us like stay in his place for probably 6 weeks by the end. So yeah, Canada, awesome.
Canada connection. The Canada Connect.
Huge shout out to Danny and Leon for making that section a reality.
Yeah. Danny and Leon were a big part of that section being a thing, especially Danny. You know, he came with me every day, and he's an inspiration and kills it with the camera, kills it skating. So it was awesome.
Yeah. This is when
Great
Danny was
experience.
still like going up the ranks and becoming before like the Danny Beer that we all know today.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you seen old Danny Beer?
Yes.
Parts? Like old ones?
You know what's funny? I actually got into it.
We were talking about that
by
recently.
way of because we had Colin Kelso on the podcast.
Oh yeah, Colin's what we were talking
and
about.
he was like, get into old Danny Beer, the old Danny Beer parts.
It's really sick. He's like transitioned into what he does now. Like you can see it the whole
you can
way,
see it coming.
and it's so sick to see. Like every stage of his skating was so good, no matter what it was.
Shout out Danny Beer, legend.
Yeah.
So that was a really cool one. I don't know. He didn't have anything really. He was pretty free, and then I went there to do that. So we pretty much skated every day, maybe 1 or 2 clips a day, pretty much. You know, mostly missions. A lot of rain. But that backside, Nick wanted me to say the backside took 6 different days.
6 days?
Yeah.
How did it take so long?
Because there was so much traffic. First of all, all the homies thought I couldn't do it. It's too long, or that no one could do. And then one night we went there without much wax or anything, and just jumped on. And because it's so fat, I was like, no, you can balance on this. So we filled in all the cracks. There was all those earthquake cracks, deep cracks. So we filled those with like a Bondo, duct taped. And then I would hit some of those duct tapes, and the Bondo would explode, and I would like lose control.
That rail was duct taped together?
Well, there was like
the cracks,
13 or 14 like huge cracks, you know, like 1 inch deep, 2 inch wide, and another for earthquakes. So the rail
like they disconnect. Okay, I got you.
It can like push, it can whatever move if it has to.
Mm-hmm.
So those things were just like kicking me off. So we filled it with that stuff, and then it's high traffic, so there's always cars in the lane, and then there's people walking up, and if someone's walking up, it takes them like 15 minutes to walk up. So we got to stand there, and you can't do it if it's a tiny little sidewalk. So Danny with his camera, me out of control. We got to wait for So we would go there. We would wait like 2-3 hours, try 3-4 tries.
No.
3-4 tries in 2 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah.
What?
Sometimes.
How rough is that when you see someone just like you're feeling like, oh, I got it this time, and then someone just like starts slowly walking up, like 80-year-old man and stuff, but you're like, no.
I'd be feeling it. I'd get halfway and then hit one of those cracks and just get like torn off, or suddenly I'm about to go and then someone's coming up or down.
Yeah. So how many hours total was in that whole thing? And the 6 days.
20 maybe, I don't know.
20 hours?
About 6 days, I think, like ish 6 days, 3-4 hours each day.
Oh my God.
Of the spread out, like we tried early, it wasn't working. We came back a week later with some new ideas. On the last day, I fly out tomorrow. It's the last day. We're gonna go for Thanksgiving, and all the Vancouver skaters were having like a Thanksgiving dinner and invited us. And we're like, no, we're gonna go get this clip.
Yeah.
So all right. So we went, and then I blew up a bearing. We have like 20 minutes of sunlight. So I went to Leon's. It was at the bottom of the hill, changed the wheel, went back up, and then it was like 2 tries or something. Then I just got it. Like it was just done. Mm-hmm. We thought Thanksgiving would have less traffic, so that's
what I was thinking too. When
and
you
it
said
was the last day. So.
Yeah. How did you celebrate that? After 20 hours of trying to hit
this route? What did we do? I don't know.
Did you get any
we were excited, you know. And Leon lived like right after we land, we turn around and like basically go in and up the building. So I don't know what we did, but it was good energy. But then the next day I was flying to Lima to go with the boys on a little trip, and I wanted like an ender because that was the intro. We decided. I said from the beginning, like, this is the first clip. We could go down the whole rail, fisheye. So then we needed an ender. So on the way to the airport in the morning, I jumped that like little alley or whatever.
You made a really good.
We kept hustling right to the end.
Yeah, you made a really good point about that too, because it was like the opening trick. Usually when we make sections, we think of like the enders.
Right.
But that was like the opening trick, and I wonder how that affects a skate edit and how it views too. Because if that was the last trick in this section, that section probably wouldn't have gotten that many views because people would like clicked on it and be like, "Oh, what the fuck is this?" and turned off it, you know. But a million views, you see that big front side, and then it kind of like brings you in more than the ender is.
Yeah, you're trying. Like I think you're kind of tricked into watching until it ends or falls. Yeah. And by then you're like, oh, let's keep watching this, whatever this is.
Yeah.
So it worked like that. I used to try to always start with like a lot of falls, get like an audience laughing or something, and then show tricks. Try to like shape the mood of the viewer or something. Yeah.
Anyway, people got to focus on beginners more than enders. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. I think especially now, everyone with like this TikTok and all this stuff, like no attention span.
Yeah, well, they say like it's like 2 seconds or 2.5 seconds, like the attention span of people. Like if you don't have something in the first 2 seconds, like people just swipe off right away. So you need to like catch them instantly.
What's your first 2 seconds on the show?
My first 2 seconds, what?
What's the first seconds of Jump Street? Do you have this? Have you guys nailed this one? You know how to keep
for like TikTok and shit?
Stuck
I'm talking TikTok.
I mean on YouTube.
It's the theme song. It's the theme song.
It's the intro.
It's the theme song.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We got Brian Shima royling, YTA, Chris Heffy, 540 Kind Grind.
Right, okay.
Well, speaking of sections, it's something I wanted to ask you for a long time, actually. And someone mentioned it yesterday to me. I heard that you were making a Takeshi Yasutoko section.
Oh, yes, I am. No.
Am I blowing up your spot right now doing this? Because this was like a long time ago also.
Embarrassing. Man.
Why is it embarrassing? What happened?
Embarrassing. Because I have like so good intentions to make this. I mean, I'm making a video. Yeah, okay. So I'm working on a Takeshi section. But like, it's just so embarrassing how long it's taken. And like, I've lost files and then made sections that I don't like and then erased them and started again and like just threw so much crap, you know. So yeah, but yeah, I have a Takeshi Yasutoko street section.
Street section too.
Yeah, and he rips.
It's street?
Yeah.
Coincidentally, I messaged Takeshi and was like trying to talk him into shooting a VOD of him skating street like mad long ago.
Right.
And then he literally was like, "Oh, Richie's coming here like in a month to film a street section." I'm like, "Oh, what are the odds?" Really? Yes, and that's why like since then I'm like, "Wait a minute, nothing ever happened with that."
Takeshi, man, you should have went with Austin. It'd already be done. It
might have been that by now.
Mine.
So you're sitting on Takeshi street clips right now.
Man, I'm sitting on so many clips.
Damn.
Yeah.
Is he hitting rails?
Yeah. Takeshi's killing it. I have a great Takeshi section. I have a great note section, and then I have I don't know, like 200 clips to pick into some sections, and then note has a bunch of. Yeah, I got something cool coming, but it's
taking some time.
It's embarrassingly slow and long. The first clip filmed for this project was probably like 10 years ago today.
It was about 10 years ago when I asked Takeshi also. So.
And nothing new has been shot for the last 4 years. Like it's just, yeah, whatever.
You gotta put something.
Yeah, I need to go back there and
Hold
cut
these
off
clips
contact
hostage.
with everyone. And
Yeah.
just edit. But I got a new computer recently and whatever. Yeah.
3 computers.
What can
Hey,
I
we
say?
getting called
man?
out.
Freddie's talking shit from back there. Freddie, come on. We're tagging Freddie White in.
Yeah.
Which section? You saw notes. Takeshi.
You saw the
Oh,
Takeshi
right there
section? What do you
for-
mean?
Okay, so while I was there,
There's
I made
more-
like a draft on my phone. I just like I filmed the clips off the camera onto my phone and just made a quick little thing. And it's pretty cool. That's what you saw, right? Yeah. Oh, I feel so bad about this stupid
I'm
video.
jealous. I want to see that.
Sorry, Takeshi and Note and Josh.
I just figured it'd be so sick to see Takeshi skating street, or just like everyone knows he
He's
kills vert in
killing
ramps, but like to
it.
see him skate street because he was at that time posting handrail clips.
Dying
Big
to see
kink
this.
rails.
Big kink rails?
Oh, yeah, man.
What? See, I wouldn't expect that.
Yeah, I've never seen Takeshi hit a incline rail before.
Yeah, flat rails he's posted, not like a down rail or especially a kink rail.
Yeah.
I mean, even when I saw him not skating on the vert, just skating like different aspects of the skate park, or like even getting more tech on like quarter pipes, I was like, okay, like you know, I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
But to hear he's skating like traditional street.
I got a clip of him 360 top soling a street rail.
What?
No, you
can't
not.
say this and not like just put it out.
It's just like for Richie's personal collection.
What a tease.
You're like,
I'm sorry, but I'll be home to my apartment in about a month, and then I'm gonna
Pressure's on.
I'm gonna just do this thing. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to play this clip. I'm going to clip this right now.
Sorry.
I send it to you every month.
we actually got to get it going before like the next opportunity shows up on like Richie's doorstep to be like that. I don't know.
Next
like,
movie, the Chinese Tom Cruise.
Yeah, like somebody in another country. I don't know. Are you staying in China for a while? What's next? What's
Yeah,
happening?
I got like I don't know how long. I don't like I said. I gave up. I threw the paddles off the boat, and it always works, man. The wave always takes me somewhere cool. So I don't know if it's a smart idea or not, but that's what I'm doing, and it's been working out.
It seems that
It
like
just-
ever since you started embracing that like idea, like just things go. You've been landing on your feet pretty well,
Yeah.
pretty impressively.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Don't know. Maybe sometimes we get in our own way. Maybe if I'm in my own way, like when I was trying to plan ideas or I'm trying to go somewhere, I don't know. I just trust it always. I just trust like I'm in a good place. The world is safe. People are nice. People are cool. Whatever. It's gonna work out.
Yeah. It's a good way to look at things.
What
Yeah.
about your expectations for this weekend? We're here at Winterclash. This is actually, by the way, this is the first event of the weekend. We're kicking off Winterclash weekend right now with the Richie Eisler podcast.
Wow.
So thank you all for coming for that.
Thank you.
So,
I'm happy to get it over with.
What do
Let's do it first. And be
the whole
done.
weekend you get it? Oh, I mean this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Calm the nerves for the rest of the weekend. What
Yeah.
What are your plans and expectations for the weekend?
I'm gonna hang out. I'm gonna give out a lot of hugs and a lot of like hanging out with all my mates from everywhere. I'm gonna cheer. I'm gonna skate, but not very well, probably. I don't really
That's
like
debatable.
contests. Yeah, beers, buds, blades, cheering.
Just you're not like. Oh, you said you're gonna compete, but you're not really gonna.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like, yeah, I guess I'll be in the heat, but I don't do too well in this kind of space. Like, I feel it's like crowded and in traffic congestion.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like constantly on edge, like shoulder checking before I do any trick, and then getting nervous. But I'll skate, and I'm gonna play a game of Blade against Brian Aragon.
Yeah. Do you guys know? No, I don't think anybody knows this. I don't think anybody knows this.
They got excited, but the spoiler is that if it's my choice, this is my choice or my vote. I want to play in the foam pit. Does that count?
Anyone ever see a game of skate in
That
the
would be
foam
pretty
pit?
sick, though, right? Wouldn't it be all right?
I mean, it's hard to like.
You gotta
say
land on your
what's
feet.
a landed trick though?
That's the thing. He said you have to land on your feet, but
Like, what
Me
if-
and Brian.
Oh, okay, you gotta land
will-
on your
will,
feet.
like,
Yeah.
agree, yes or no.
but then
So
I
if you
say
land
for,
on your head, no. But
So how did this come to be? This
That was
game of
Ricardo's.
skate?
Ricardo Lino asked if I would play Blade against someone, and I was like, okay, yeah. And then he's like, who? And then he's like, Brian Aragon. And I was like, yeah, that'd be fun. And then we like video called him, and he's like, okay. I don't think he wants to play, and I don't really want to play. So we're gonna play in the foam pit.
I mean, you famously beat Chris Haffey in a game of skate.
Yeah, on basically a foam pit of street.
On a foam pit of street. Like a P rail, right?
A PVC rail.
Yeah, the PVC shot.
I mean,
that was fun.
That's another feather in the cap, dude.
That's true.
Not many people can say that they've beaten Haffey at much of anything.
Right.
Much less skating, you know.
Yeah, the champ. The champ. Not many people beat Haffey. Not many at all.
That's true.
Well, in a bit, not too long, we're going to be watching the
Hang Loser Super Bowl.
Hang Loser Super Bowl. But before we get into that, you know, we could just do some more rapid fire kind of questions and things, and maybe some of your friends who are here can come up if you would like. But
anyone want to come up?
Lomax left.
Who do you like with skating these days? You know,
who do I like skating?
I mean, you're such an OG, and you've been around for such a long time, and been like a part of so many different crews and different energies. Do you see anybody like new in the past, like 5-10 years, that like I really like this person skating, this person inspires me, or any direction of skating, anything like that?
Yeah, Danny Beer.
Danny Beer.
Woo, Canada.
Keeping it Canada.
Yeah, I like Danny skating. I mean everything. I'm a fan of kind of anything. Of course, everyone in Canada is killing it. That's really cool. That makes me kind of like proud or whatever. That's nice. But yeah, I don't know, everyone. I love watching everyone. I love Montre. Whatever, I don't know. Yeah.
Whatever.
what about the like contribution of Canada that's kind of started to manifest in like the skate scene in the last 5 years, where like a lot of the stuff that came from Joey and Todd and like the mushroom blading and the wizard skating applications that have been happening more in the aggressive worlds. Have you been embracing that? Or are you proud of that as a Canadian?
I love it. I'm not, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'm proud of Canada or my friends, but yeah, I love it. I love just different kinds of skating, trying different ways. Like, it doesn't matter. There's toys. There shouldn't be rules. There shouldn't be.
No, there's not.
Like cool ways and not cool ways. So I love watching all those guys. And I'm happy that like people used to always just talk shit on them, you know, and like hate on their videos. I'm happy that now everyone's like, oh, that's super cool. I don't know. Yeah, I like everything. Just a fan.
Yeah, there's a lot of, between you, Joey Todd, Danny Beer, Leon, Matt Ledoux, like Canada has some of the best skaters that ever has.
Nicky Adams.
Yeah, Nicky Adams too back in the day. Oof. Jeez.
What about a favorite city to skate?
I miss Nicky Adams.
Yeah. Shout out to the Blade God.
The Blade God.
Shout out to the Blade God. Where is Nicky? Nicky, you need to come to these Winterclash events.
Nicky would fit right in at Winterclash.
He would murder one of these events.
Right in
Winterclash. He would kill it.
I went to in Montreal a few years ago to some skate weekend thing, whatever, and I was really early to one of the skate parks, and I was the only skater there except for Nicky Adams. It was just me and Nicky Adams for like 2 hours while everyone else waited, and I was like, out of all people, Nicky Adams is here. And he didn't do any flips, but he was still doing like 5-foot high 720s on quarter pipes.
Yeah.
And I was like, geez, you don't lose it.
Yeah. He won some medal in skiing too, I think.
In skiing?
X Games.
Did he?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Well, you made some hybrid USD ski boots, didn't you? Like you put like skis on the bottom of your carbons?
Like Evo or someone here in Holland gave me a pair of like UFS ski frames.
They like some custom skis? Things, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't really know. It's kind of weird. I went home to my parents and I have this closet full of like blade stuff, and there's these skis in there, and I don't really know specifically, truly like where I got them or when. They're just there. I think it was Evo. Shout out Evo if you're. I don't know though, but those are pretty fun. They're tiny.
It's a very Canadian thing to have, in my opinion, to have like ski boots. It's just like in the mountains skiing around.
Right.
Yeah.
I actually wore them to the ski hill to ride with my niece and nephew, just because I didn't want to rent skis.
And they were on regular skis?
They were on, one was on a snowboard, one was on skis, and then I just took those little guys.
Was everyone looking at you like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, everyone was asking. People were yelling from the chairlift, like, I love your skis.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Were you killing it?
It was okay. I did a bunch of grinds.
Yeah, see, I think stuff like that's cool.
Yeah, and people were shocked, I guess, for whatever reason. But you can't really go fast, and you can't do jumps and stuff like that.
You should have went back the next day hustling a bunch of carbon skis to sell people.
True.
The face of them. You're selling all these electric scooters.
Selling skis in the prairies, in the flattest place.
In the prairies. Jeez.
Where I'm from is the flattest place in the world, pretty much. So yeah, it's like a hill. It's literally a hill, like the height of this building. That's the height of the ski hill.
Oh, that's pretty small.
There's nowhere else to go, so that's where everybody goes.
All right.
You've just gone on a little tour back. You're doing like a little mini tour right now surrounding everything with Winterclash. You've gone back to Canada. You've visited. Oh, he's left, but our friend Nick.
Lomax is gone
for a while. Like what's been happening before, and what do you plan on doing after?
Well, just like normally, I used to go home twice a year, every summer, every winter, visit families, go whatever, just be around home. And now I've been stuck because of all the COVID stuff. So I've been stuck over there for years.
Has it been rough in China with like I'm not sure like what the restrictions would be over there.
No, it's been mostly really okay, like almost as if there's nothing. Recently, just before they canceled everything, near the end of last year, it started getting a little bit insane with the tests. Like you need a test every day to go on a bus or whatever to do anything. And then it just ended. But for the first few years while the world was burning pretty much, I was just living totally normal on the beach. No one had masks. No one was scared. No one really. It was pretty normal at the beach at least. And then in the city, you need to like scan a code to go into the mall or something. But no, it wasn't like what the news showed. Or at least I didn't see any of that. But yeah, so I went to visit family, saw my whole family, and then kind of like the Blade family. And then I'm stopping in Thailand. I'll see Note and all those guys. I left a bag there, and then I go home to China, go back to my apartment.
To your basement? Or
no,
actual apartment?
No, in China I have an apartment.
Oh, you go back to China. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
I'll go back.
The Super Bowl is coming up soon. The Hang Loser Super Bowl, which we're all going to catch. Before, is there anything else you wanted to ask Billy?
Yeah, a couple things
okay,
too.
Go for it.
And then we'll let him go.
Yep.
One, how have you found this podcast experience?
It's been okay, actually. Yeah, I was kind of nervous.
So bad.
I'd rather just hang out with you guys and talk, but it's
we should have just done what we did earlier and just not recorded it and not tell you that we were recording.
Oh yeah, that would be okay.
We should have done
that. Would be better for me, I guess.
But I think it's cool for some of the people who've been following you for like 20 years to get a little bit of insight into who you are as a person, because I know when I'm sitting with you chatting, catching up, I'm always so fascinated, like how does this guy pull this shit off?
Yeah.
Really?
Especially this guy.
And to like just go through it kind of as fast as we did and everything I would love to have you on again in the future.
Yeah, I would love to
in a different setting, and we can go through it more in depth.
Sure.
And I guess the second thing I would say out of the two things is, do you have any shout outs or things that you would like to say, parting words of wisdom from your all your years on this planet that you can bestow on someone in the community who might be inspired by the things you've said?
Don't worry, be happy.
It's got to be simple.
That's pretty good.
That's it. Don't worry, be happy. No? I think that's like pretty much solves everything.
Hell yeah, Richie. It was a pleasure having you on. Finally, after all these 137 episodes, finally get you on.
Damn, you guys
especially at Winterclash. Thank you all for coming out live.
Thank you.
Kicking off the Winterclash weekend. Everybody watching live, stay tuned. We have 2 more episodes coming tomorrow, and we'll catch you all there.
Yep, tomorrow we got Cody Lampman at 9:30, and we have Nils Janssen. Is that how you say it? Nils Janssen?
Yeah.
Janssen? Okay. At 1 p.m. tomorrow.
We'll clarify that tomorrow.
Okay, we'll figure that tomorrow. So thank you.
We'll see you all then.
See you at the Winterclash. Thanks for joining us.
Later.